glad that you caught me here. I am actually not just a Hearthstone player. I am also an artist. No, but seriously, this is actually a painting that I have made, and honestly, I love it. And if you like this painting, you should let me know, because we have shirts that are available with it. And if we keep selling into the AMTs, there is a possibility that we might see one of these shirts with this, with this design. So guys, if you like these kind of shirts, go ahead and check out intotheam.com/ClarkHS10 to get 10% off your next order. Now we've talked about that, we have a funny thing to go through today. And I have to give a huge shout out to Tice, because he is the reason why I know about this deck. I am going to say nothing. Just watch. Just watch the beauty. And now you know why we made the art joke, because it's all about the whatever, the artist. We're calling him Cauliflower the artist. Oh, wait, what is that? 450 damage? Oh, sorry I didn't shut up during that entire intro. But yeah, you are looking at this correctly. It is turn 7. That is 450 damage. But I got something to tell you guys. You can do it faster. You can have more damage, and this deck is just absolutely hilarious. So for those of you guys that saw our original Owl Druid video that was all about the Puppet Master Dorian into the Alonius, I have to apologize to you guys. I was extremely confident thinking that my deck was the perfect 30, and as it turns out, it was actually one of the worst Owl Druid lists. Let's not talk about that though. Let's talk about how in these next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of Owl Druid content, to where I'm showing you the funny, like, training wheels deck first, and then I'm going to be recording a guide that goes more into detail about how to play this archetype optimally. So if you like Owl Druid and you know you want more Owl Druid content, hit that sub button, because we've got at least 2 more videos coming out talking about Owl Druid. But first, we gotta talk about the funny combo, because Cauliflower the artist is just really funny, okay? He's funny. This deck is going all in on trying to make as many owls as possible. But why do I use the term training wheels? Why do I say this is like training wheels when it comes to Owl Druid? Well, because kind of like what a lot of people mentioned in my previous video, if you draw the minions, it is really unlikely that you're gonna win the game. I'm not using the word impossible. It is very unlikely for you to win the game unless you are very familiar with how Owl Druid plays. The reason I am calling this the training wheels version of the deck is because you are trying to do your best to not draw these cards. You want your Dorian to summon from your Oaken summons, you want to play Pendant of Earth, and you want to hit your Alonius, your ENR, or your Calligrapho, depending on the situation you have at hand. Now, there's going to be a couple of games that show you exactly how this combo works, just how easy it is. But again, the reason why this is training wheels is because you are usually going to keep the same cards, and you are trying to scam the game with a potential Oaken summons play. But even if you do happen to draw the minions, don't be alarmed. It is definitely not what you want. It's a lot harder to win the game with these cards being in your hand, but it is still possible, so don't give up. Even if your training wheels somehow fall off your bike, you gotta keep riding that bike. The moment you stop pedaling, dude, you are going to fall over, so you gotta really not rush the combo. That's my biggest piece of advice. Now let's talk about the mulligan, and again, more reasons why this is a training version of this deck. So the cards that you want to keep in your mulligan are going to be your Oaken Summons, your Frost Lotus Seedling, your Bottomless Toy Chest. Only if you have your Magical Dollhouse. You definitely keep your Magical Dollhouse in most matchups. And depending on the matchups, you might be able to keep a card like Swipe if you're going up against like a Hunter or a Paladin. You might be able to keep a card like Living Roots if you just want to play for 1/1s in the early game, or if you want that 2 damage to kill a very important minion in the early game. So keeping cards in your mulligan is going to be very dependent on the matchups that you are actually fighting. But more times than not, you just want the Dollhouse, you want the Toy Chest with that Dollhouse, the Seedling, as well as the Oaken Summon, so that way you can build up your combo. Now, there are some situations to where you can use Malfurion's Gift for a Wild Growth, but you really got to think about what you are ramping for, and if you really do need that extra mana, because a lot of the times, you just want the swipe from it. But there are some situations where ramping in the early game, such as like against a Warrior, for example, you could actually debatably keep this card against Warrior, so that way you can ramp up a little bit, so that way you have the mana to play Oaken Summons into Pendant of Earth to, pull out the Dorian, discover a minion. It is going to be probably one of these 3 cards, depending on, which ones you've drawn. And depending on the situation, if you already have the Alonius in your hand, for example, you'll never pick the Artist. You'll always pick the ENR. But there are some situations where you can choose like ENR and then play like another Pendant of Earth in order to get the Calligrapho. And then you have the 1 mana Artist and the 1 mana ENR. So then once you play Calligrapho to draw into the Alonius, it will already be 1 mana, because the Puppet Master Dorian will activate his ability before the artist actually transforms him. So there's a lot of damage this deck can push. And again, it's the training wheels version of this deck because you are trying to do the same thing over and over again. However, the training wheels do fall off when you draw the actual minions, and you have to think about the big brain setups. What are some of those big brain setups though? This is going to be a little bit of information that I definitely cover in the first video, but just in case some of you guys think that it's not possible to win the game when you draw these big minions, trust me, there is one specific interaction that I'm going to show you in this video that really does showcase how having ENR in your hand honestly isn't even that much of a detriment at times. So the card that is important to keep in mind for a lot of your mana cheating purposes is going to be the Sparkling Vial. Now obviously one of the easiest ways that you can utilize this card is to combo it with Swipe, but there are some situations where this card is dealing 10 damage. What costs 10 mana? ENR. So depending on the situation, if you have like your magical dollhouses already on the field, if you've discounted the vial already with your Lifebinder's gift, if you have the Alonius already on the field, for example, there are some very impressive turns that you can make to where you can make the 0 mana ENR, you can get that mana refresh, you can draw some cards, you have 0 mana funnel cakes in some situations. Like this deck is very dependent on what is going on in your hand at the time in order for you to make the most optimal turns if you're not just doing the simple scam. So again, this deck does have some training wheels, but every now and again when you're playing this deck, the training wheels do fall off. Now, the last piece of advice that I will give you guys when playing this deck is to really watch out for your Lifebinder's gifts discounts. There are two ways of utilizing the Lifebinder's gift discounts. One is obviously, you know, discounting your combo cards like your swipes and your sparkling vials, but more importantly than not, you really want to discount your funnel cakes. You want these to be 0 mana gain 3 or 0 mana gain 2 because you really want those insane payoff turns with funnel cakes to win you the game. It's just a lot of mana that you can cheat, and especially when you already have like 1 mana sparkling vials anyway, depending on how many times you've used gifts. Funnel cakes, trust me, are just the easiest way of creating these sort of combos out of nowhere, because more times than not, you have your opponent's minions to utilize if they haven't, you know, if they haven't taken that much damage. So pay attention to specific situations. There's a lot of counting that goes with this deck, but there's also a lot of mastery with this deck to where if you're somebody that wants a little bit of a challenging Hearthstone deck that's definitely going to reward you the more that you play it, I could not recommend Owl Druid more than I am right now. But keep in mind, this is the meme training wheels easier version. I have another video of Owl Druid, I believe, coming out in the next 2 days. So if you want more Owl Druid content, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the Patreon if you want to support us and get extra perks and bonuses for doing such, like getting coaching and getting shout out in future videos. And also don't forget intotheam.com/ClarkHS10 to get 10% off your next order. But oh my god, I have some really funny clips coming up ahead. But if you guys love Alonius and you love Alonius Druid decks, then you are going to get a lot of content showcasing with this particular deck. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video.
Cthulhu versus
Man of Mayhem! Oh no, and he's playing Priest. Oh, this guy really is a man of madness. This guy's given up on being a good guy. He's fully converted to his evil villain arc. Not gonna lie, man, I feel you, brother. But I'm still trying. I'm still trying to believe in the good of Hearthstone. But yeah, dude, if they nerf Showdown to 4 mana, that's a bit much. Doubling the cost of it, that's crazy. Yo. Okay, we could do another cheese game. Does anybody like it extra cheesy? Oh my god, another funnel cake, dude. Alright, I'm gonna wait 1 more turn before doing this. But it's kind of sad. If I want to funnel cake his minions, I have to give him draw. Oh no. Funnel cake is such an interesting card. Oh, wait a minute. He can play around my funnels. Even Dane has been pushed to standard more often than not. I mean, that's the thing with Wild. Like, Wild, the top legend, and honestly, legend in general, people usually just play the same archetypes. It's kind of hard to, experiment and to do different things in a format where, you know, people are only playing the same, you know, X amount of decks. And with Wild in particular, it's a lot more egregious.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet.
Okay, wait a minute. There's no way that he can deal with this, right? But at the same time, Puppet Theater gets a 1/1 copy. I don't want him to have the ENR.
Make your choice.
I could like refresh him bottomless toy chest. But then again, he gets the 1-mana ENR. I don't know if I want to enable that this game. I need the mana refresh, but yeah. Maybe this is wrong. So it's just Highlander Priest then. So we would have a way of dealing with the Dorian. The question is, will he?
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Okay, it's in my deck. What would be the worst card for him to get? Honestly, probably just Lifebinder's Gift. Aw. Rip Dorian. Okay, well, we'll have to make use of these discounts then. This game might have to go to 10 mana. Because, like, I mean... I had a way of also getting the Calligrapho for 1 mana. That would have been sick. See what we find. Board is probably not a good idea. Drawing the minion? Drawing the Calligrapho?
Are you thinking?
Kind of sucks to get an extra copy of it, but at the same time, now I can get it in hand when I want it. But now that I have this... Draw the owl? No, I can draw the owl with this and then hopefully transform my board with it. Oh, okay, Kappa. Okay, never mind. I gotta stop taking my chat so seriously, dude.
No wear and tear of any
I miss my Even Warrior. It was so fun to auto win versus any aggro deck. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I did play Even Warrior for a little bit. That was a kind of fun deck. At least have to admit that. Rat incoming. Well, that's the great thing about the rat. If the rat comes down, then there are, you know, some things that can eat it, I guess. Like, if it hits the 10 mana ENR, it's not even that bad, but I guess him copying is what I'm kind of scared of. Ninja Lord coming in with Nightwish. Dude, I haven't listened to Nightwish in forever. Perfume of the Timeless. Oh, it's a new track?
No time.
All right, let's go. I'm ready. I am properly hyped. How patient do I need to get here? We could just do this and try to find like another card. We could try to find like the gift. Why, game? Why? Why are you so cruel? Why is it? Why is life so cruel sometimes? Man, with that, you know what I should have done? Okay, well now we're all in on. Well, okay, not all in, but we could make Shadow Reflections work. Like, now I just kind of wish I did this and then did that later. But then again, I just should have waited for the double draw. It just feels wrong to not do anything here, though. But now if he dirty rats me, I'm just kind of fucked. That's in standard? But I don't feel like... Is there any application for this in Rogue right now? Probably not. I mean, hey, if I played a bunch of owls, you have a way of killing all the owls. Yeah, that's in core. I forgot this was in core. Like, no one plays it. It's definitely not lethal, unless...
Make your choice.
There might be a possibility of finding a lethal if I were to draw into nothing but spells with the ENR. But I'm not under threat right now of, like, dying, so there's no reason to do that. If I play the Pendant, he knows that I have all the minions, and I don't want him to know that.
Are you thinking?
We're probably just gonna have to do the 1 mana ENR next turn. And just hope that we get everything that we need. Yo, what's going on, NZT? Good to see you, man. I almost called you MCT, because it's very similar. It's kind of sad that MCT doesn't see any play, though. Like, right here, playing MCT on the Amanthul, striking his minions, based. But then he gets a 1 mana Amanthul back, so it doesn't really help out. I don't know, dude. MCT being 5 mana, though? 5 mana, though, for a guaranteed mind control? It's not terrible.
The fate of the world.
Oh my god. Okay. That's kind of good. So Alonius, ENR, refresh, gained 6 back, play Living Roots, play the Vial, draw into hopefully lethal. I don't think that's gonna be enough though. Wait a minute, Toy Chest could potentially find a lethal. So 6, 5, 5.
Contemplation.
I'm still not under threat of lethal here. Yeah, I feel like we just have to chill. Okay, wait a minute. All right, this might get wacky. This might get wacky. Like, he may have 10, but is there a way that he can, like, cheese a bunch of damage? I feel like a Control Priest can't, right? The other issue with this play is that now I don't have Dollhouse with the Elonius. But I do have more spells. But at the same time, less spell damage is really cutting into the combo. So maybe what needs to happen next turn is that I ENR fully heal. I give him access to an ENR, but again, if he's not killing me, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that would really matter at that point would be a Reno limiting my board. That is something else maybe I should have thought about. Reno limiting my board would really suck.
There's simply nothing.
Oh no. What is he taking? If fine, you'll throw up for content anyway? Yesterday was throwing for content. Today we're trying to win. Oh, looks like the new update might be live. Alright, so do I have a lethal here? With another Dollhouse, it might be.
I bestow these gifts upon the world.
How safe do we play it? I feel like we have to play around Reno. I'm going for it.
The virtue of the wild. I bestow these gifts upon the world.
Oh my god, let's go. Man. Woo-wee. Woo. Whew. Owl Druid, man. There are some games where the draws do just kind of screw you, but you have the trade-off of hilarious moments being possible. And that's why this deck is called Funny Druid. Because you do a funny amount of damage, I'll tell you what. It's a very hilarious amount of damage. Yo, Clark, can you explain what a control deck is? It's a deck where you control the game. Where you control your opponent until they hit this button. You know, I can control people and swipe. Does that mean that I'm a control deck now? Somebody enjoyed the rant from yesterday. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll play some control decks and I'll whip out Insanity Warlock and I'll explain why Insanity Warlock is a control deck. Oh my god, another Cosmic Keyboard Gamer. Oh, yo, getting bored? I'm a bored gamer. I need something exciting to do, so give me bored. Like, I do have this, but I could utilize this later. And who knows, maybe I do get like a funnel cake or something and I get to increase my chances of getting that card. As of right now, I don't need to do anything. This is Awakening next turn. So we'll just go ahead and hit him in the face, probably play this next turn. Then do like this into this, then discount. Sure. Yo, Trump Pete! Coming in with the Prime Gaming. Yo, dude, think of that support. Welcome to the Horde officially, my friend. Don't forget those emotes and don't forget to spam them. I have Oaken Summons. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have Oaken Summons. Wait, so I just discount my hand then? Oh, dude. So discount hand. Go all in on the Dorian shenanigans next turn. Because I could do this. I could do this into this for 2. This deals 3. So I could play this for 2 mana. Which means I can then play this and then also this. Oh, the nostalgia. Oh, the nostalgia hits so hard. Oh, I love Dire Docs. It's literally the most relaxing video game theme. Discount, turn 5, Oaken, Toy Chest, maybe. Oh, we could do both, man. We could do everything. We have 5 mana. We play this for essentially 2 mana. And then we have 3 mana left over to essentially draw 3 cards. And so hopefully we'll get a minion so we can get the actual copy of the minion, a copy of the minion, and then a 1 mana copy. So many copies, bro. This guy's thinking really hard. Eviscerate face? I mean, I want to say that's disrespectful. I really want to say that that's disrespectful. All right, here we go. Bring out the boy.
You're merely a pawn.
Draw some cards. Have better chances of finding a minion. Come on. Yeah. All right, dude. All right. Now we are cooking. I am drawing every single time. I have the 1-mana Calligrapho. Wait, I have the 1-mana Calligrapho. Dude. Holy crap, wait a minute, dude. Reverb and dead? He's at 5 mana, dude. What is he gonna do with reverb and refresh 5 mana? Alright, here we go, dude. I am literally about to kill him next turn. As long as I don't overdraw the Alonius, like, I'm pretty sure that this is just lethal. I just want a full board, but I don't have a full board. I want to wait one more turn, so that way I can activate this and then get the stupidest amount of damage possible. But then again, I don't have that many minions right now. If these were cheaper, then maybe. Oh, dude, I have to go for it though. I have to go for the cheaper lethal. I would argue. Yo, dude, Dane coming in with the raid at the hopefully perfect time. Dude, we're about to pop off a big combo. This is like the most wild OTK there is right now. Is that the Dane Hart with the fat raid? Man, me and Dane go way back, dude. You guys know how Dane and I came to know each other? You guys know like what sequence of events led to us becoming friends? Oh, Living Roots, I kind of wanted that. Dane and I became friends because of a mutual love for Tool. That's literally how that happened. Okay, so is there a lethal here? There has to be a lethal here, right? 2 Aloniuses. You know, this isn't as you know, spectacular as I would have hoped. Do we ever like try to go for the discount and then like go for the Omega? I want to go for the Omega combo. I really want to do it. The old Clark would go for the Omega combo. There's most likely a lethal here. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Future Days by Can? Damn, that's a blast from the past. Okay, dude, I'm going for it. I'm going for the full bombastic OTK. Because this guy's not gonna kill me. And since we just got a raid, I feel like we gotta go for the spectacle. So welcome everybody. This is literally what it's like over here at twitch.tv/Clark HELLSCREAM. We could have killed our opponent, but we're choosing to prolong his suffering. Now let's hope that I don't lose the game in the process. But at the same time, I guess as long as I don't draw Alonius, I do have an end game turn button, right? But I did just throw away my swipe, so I may not have lethal anymore. But now that I have this and another dollhouse, oh, that's not fair. Wait a minute. Is it just time? Also, give this track a minute, guys. All right, it starts unsettling, but it really builds up to something. Just give it a minute. Let's see. So I'm not dead, but at the same time,
Your choice.
oh God, I don't know if I could prolong this for 2 turns. I think we just gotta kill him. I hate to say it, but it's like I have to at least give it 1 more turn, right? I have to give it 1 more turn at least.
Contemplation.
I am pretty confident that I have lethal because it would be 4 spell damage quadrupled. So yeah, this would definitely be killing him. I'm gonna wait 1 more turn for the sake of content. You guys are not allowed to say that I don't do things for you. Look at me on the friends list. You're all the way at the bottom because you're got a Y name. As in, why is your name so long? What am I looking at? I don't see anything different. I am the devil. Or I am the evil, the evil. Okay, hold on a minute. This isn't killing me, right? No! My greed! Oh my God! Oh, my greed. I hate this game. I hate this game. This guy doesn't even realize that I kept him alive for the sake of content. Well, I guess now we gotta kill him, right? Now we gotta kill him. Is it even enough? Oh my dear sweet heaven and Jesus Christ, it's not even enough damage. Well, I just wanted the big number. I wanted the big number, dude. Look at the friends list. I did, and I didn't see any difference. Like, your name is still Yo Asher whatever anime name, right? I didn't see any difference. Wait a minute, you changed it? What am I looking at? What am I looking for? I don't see any difference, bro. Oh, wait a minute, reverb? Oh, shit in a hat, dude. Wait a minute, this with light show is gonna get dummy good. So I've got a Malfurion's gift. I've got a vial. I do have lethal outs technically. I do have ENR into ENR, but that really isn't doing much. But at the same time, I could just take the healing. Then again, I'm not killing this. Oh my good lord, am I just dead?
It was your.
Nope, I'm alive. Okay, let's go.
I bestow these gifts upon the world. The virtue of the wild.
Do I really just have to smack that with my face? Because I have nothing else better to do here. Like, if I draw, I have to hit, like... Oh, wait, there is a technical lethal here. Wait a minute.
I bestow these gifts.
I have to hit Innervate and Malfurion's gift. Or I have to hit Innervate and Sparkling Vial.
Time is fleeting.
Oh, we missed it, dude. Very sad. 1 mana off. Didn't hit the vial either. Well, if he's got a bunch of direct damage to the face, fireball, and whatnot, I'm probably just dead. But, I mean, if we survive, why is 1 Shadow Reflection in the deck? Because every now and again, you can, like, put the Alonius or put something back into the deck. Or you could just make another copy of the Owl, and if you're discounting it twice with, like, Lifebinder's Gift, a 3-mana Shadow Reflection plus a bunch of Funnel Cake combos, they can work really well with the Alonius itself. But it's mostly just in the deck in order to try and high roll like a 1-mana Alonius. Or you could put it back into the deck and potentially play Calligrapho. Again, potentially being the key word. Any good mage decks right now? I mean, this deck I'm going up against right now is debatably the best deck, and it's going to get better since Pain Warlock is going away. Well, I wouldn't even argue going away, but I mean, the 22-mana Giant, it doesn't kill the deck. The deck is going to be around, but it just means that if you want to have the Giant pop-off turn, you need to be at 8 health, or you have to play Infernal. Yeah, I think Pain Warlock is probably fine, but people aren't going to play it naturally because it got nerfed. People, like, are not going to play it right now. Wait a minute, I'm still winning the game even though I top-decked the Alonius? Bro, let's go. I'm gonna hit him with my face. I'm so angry. Like, I guess I'm not hitting with my face, I'm peeing all over him, but... Jetstream lethal. I think I want to just get rid of everything here against the priest. Mage just fireball flame geyser. Yeah, exactly. But like at the same time, now it'll be happening what, by like turn, I mean it's not happening by turn 4 as consistently. Turn 5, people have more ways of actually killing the Pain Warlock. And because of that, Pain Warlock stonks are gonna get significantly worse. So that's kind of the trade-off with the deck. I have to say that after mastering the deck, the nerf the Giant will affect it. Oh, Pain Warlock for Wild. I can see that. I mean, I was not playing the Giant for free in a lot of situations. Flesh Giant is a bigger problem in Pain in Wild than in Standard. Well, obviously because it's in Wild, but Flesh Giant is better in Warlock because it's 0 mana easier than Molten Giant is. That's why I love Molten Giant, man. He's a product of his environment. He's never the problem. All right, we're gonna greed out the spell. You win with 0 mana Giants a lot of the time. Yeah, but that's again because of Flesh Giant, right? You play Flesh Giant for 0 a lot easier than Molten Giant, and now because of the nerf, it's gonna be even harder. So I can understand that. What's the jar next to the list? It is our jungle cup. We're gonna raise funds to go to France in the summer. Ozzy, oh dude, I love this track. The fact that Post Malone did a track with Ozzy is kind of crazy. It's just like you see the lineup for this song, you're like, this isn't real. Travis Scott, Post Malone, and Ozzy Osbourne. That's like if suddenly I were to do like a musical composition with oh god, like fucking I don't know, like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. It's like a completely different league. Oh, dude, hold on a minute. So now we can go for some ramp. I keep ramping, but that's because I have a reason to.
Grows.
If I end up hitting a dollhouse, I think this is crazy. Might be lethal. Top deck a funnel cake, actually. Molten Giant was arguably part of the first problematic deck in Hearthstone history, no? With a Molten Giant, OTK Warrior, and Beta. I mean, yeah. Yeah, but again, that's because of charge. That's not even because of Molten Giant. That's because charge on any minion. If there's anything that comes down cheap, then yeah, charge just goes with everything. Okay, Shadow Reflection. So now we can do the thing.
You're merely a pawn.
So hit the Calligrapho, or we could hit the ENR. Actually, wait, no, we hit the ENR. We refresh, draw again, pick the Calligrapho. Wait, is this lethal?
The virtue of the wild.
Oh my god, I think this is lethal. Oops, only owls.
Could use a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think I just won the next 10 games of Hearthstone.